Oh, when things go wrong but will not go right, though you do the best you can. When life seems dark as the hour of night, a pint of plain is your only man. It's your only man, your only man. Well, a pint of plain is your only man. When money is tight and hard to get, and your horse is also ran. When life seems dark as the hour of night, a pint of plain is your only man. It's your only man, your only man. Oh, well, a pint of plain is your only man. When your heart feels strange and your health is bad and your face is pale and wan, and the doctor says that you need a change, a pint of plain is your only man. It's your only man, your only man. Oh, well, a pint of plain is your only man. And when food is scarce and the lard are bare and no rashers grease your pan, and hunger grows for your meals are rare, a pint of plain is your only man. It's your only man, your only man. Oh, well, a pint of plain is your only man. And in times of trouble and lousy strife, though you still have a darling plan, you always can turn to a better life. A pint of plain is your only man. It's your only man, your only man. Well, a pint of plain is your only man. It's your only man, your only man. Well, a pint of plain is your only man. Oh, look, would you look?
Sláinte. Hello, everybody. I shouldn't be drinking. I write for children, so this never happened, okay? We're in an alternate dimension where Irish children's writers can have a pint at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So. Anyway, my name is Owen. Owen Colfer, and Owen is spelled exactly as you might expect if you're from Ireland in the 18th century. Now, tonight, as we draw down the curtain on this amazing weekend, the first thing I'd like to do is bring out the chair of Dublin 2019 and his special guests, who are two of my favorite Martins. Dean Martin is number 3, but number 1 and 2 are Paris McBride Martin and George R. Martin for a special presentation. So James, Paris, George. Look at this guy.
Thank you, Owen. Before we start wrapping everything up, I wanted to sneak in one last special award. Paris and George have kindly agreed to help me with the presentation, so thank you both. Recognising the tireless efforts of the volunteers and staff is something we like to do well. So many people donating expertise, time, money, blood, sweat and tears. And my committee and I are personally very grateful to each and every one of you. Our community could not function out without the enormous contribution volunteers, fans and professionals make each year. We would not be here without fans and professionals who give their precious time and effort to openly or quietly support conventions, fanzines, and blogs. The folks who commit their time, treasure, and skill to keeping this unique thing of ours alive should be recognized. Well, it turns out we have the power to do just that. The Worldcon Convention Committee has the ability to bestow a unique honor, the Special Committee Award. This award has only been awarded 50 times since 1955. It is only given when a convention committee feels there are recipients worthy of being recognized for their contributions. So, as you have no doubt guessed in growing horror, Paris and George, you are not here to help present the Special Committee Award. I've lied a lot. Oh, geez. You're both here to receive it. On behalf of the Dublin 2019 Worldcon Committee, in recognition of the historic and ongoing contribution Paris McBride Martin and George R. Martin have made to fandom and to Worldcons past and present, we present you with the 2019 Special Committee Award. And I should probably apologize for lying to you for why I needed you here.
It's perfectly all right, and James has just pointed out to me that's a hood ornament like the Alfies. So, Paris, would you like to?
Folks, if you're lucky, fandom is a way of life.
I certainly agree with that. I do a lot of interviews these days, and I've been doing some while coming to this convention. And they ask me, why am I coming to Worldcon? You know, it's not as big as the San Diego Comic-Con or as Dragon Con or something like that. But it is my family reunion. And I came to my first one in 1971. Just sort of wandered in. I was a new writer. I had 8 stories in my suitcases I figured I could give to the editors there. I rapidly discovered the last thing an editor wants at a party or a panel is a new writer rushing up and thrusting a manuscript at him. But I did meet the editors. And every time I come to Worldcon, I remember all the other Worldcons that I've come to, including all the ones I've come to with Paris over the years. And I remember, I see my friends, and I remember other friends who are no longer with us, and writers I've admired, Isaac Asimov, Harlan Ellison, Gardner Thessois, and Ed Bryant, so many more, Wilson Tucker, fans too, that Rusty Hevelin and Lou Tabaco, and the people who made fandom what it is, a place of community, a place of fellowship, a place of good humor. And I think their ghosts are still roaming these halls wherever Worldcon may go. And I expect when the two of us kick off, our ghosts will continue to haunt Worldcon 2 for many years to come. But hopefully that won't be too soon. I got to finish the book first.
Wow, George Martin, I think I agree with him and all of us that I really hope he finishes the book before he kicks off. That would be really great. Actually, I was convinced I was getting that award. That's the only reason I'm here at all. But So James does indeed lie. Anyway, thank you, James, Paris, and George. James will come back to deliver his closing remarks a little later. But next, we would like to introduce and invite to the stage the Transatlantic and Get Up and Over Fan Fun representatives for this year, Jerry Sullivan and Simon Litton.
Cheers.
That lady knows how to please an Irish crowd, that's for... Here's me reading. I should have just drank the pint. Why am I even saying words? Okay. And now, very special moment for me, some of my big heroes here. If I could invite to the stage our guests of honor and featured artists for a final farewell. This could get rowdy. Could we have Ginger Buchanan, Bill and Mary Burns, Diane Duane, Jim Fitzpatrick, my all-time hero, Steve Jackson, Ian MacDonald, Dr. Nora Patton, and Afua Richardson, please. They all have drink. Just drink the whole pint? I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Thank you all.
I thought they were going to all just down it in 4 seconds, but obviously... Oh.
Please welcome to the stage Elaine Jennings to present the Dublin 2019 Photography Contest Award.
Throughout the years, countless sci-fi and fantasy creators and fans have been influenced by Ireland. As a picture is worth 1,000 words, we thought, what better way to celebrate that relationship between Ireland and sci-fi and fantasy than to run a photo competition. Members had the opportunity to submit their favorite photos taken in or related to Ireland, together with a description, which I will read out on behalf of the photographers. Before we get to the winners, we would like to highlight 3 photos which provide a good cross-section of the entries we received. The first is Deadly Dragon by Damien Kelly. So Damien wrote, "The Ulster Museum in Belfast, as part of their events celebrating Game of Thrones in 2018, featured dragons woven from willow by basket maker Bob Johnston, which flew high in the vaulted space at the center of the building." The second photo. The second photo is Magical Forest Lane by Pavel Zygmunt. Pavel wrote, "I spent a whole day in Northern Ireland visiting forests and parks and looking for some nice autumn scenery. My destination was the dark hedges in Antrim. I had to leave home at 4:15 a.m. to get there for sunrise. Sunrise was beautiful, with a bit of mist and the leaves in all possible colors." Next is The Chapel, also by Pavel Zygmunt. Pavel wrote, "I spent the night in the car between lake and graveyard. I couldn't sleep, so I left the car way before sunrise. Thanks to that, I could watch how the light was changing. I picked this viewpoint because the sun was rising to the left and I was hoping to get side light on the chapel. It was some of the best lighting conditions I've had this year so far, and I think I managed to capture it. I think he's modest. So now I'd like to introduce our two runners-up. The first is titled Urban Fantasy by Gillian Pollock. Gillian wrote, "Dublin has one of the world's prettiest public toilets. Vampires and other urban fantasy figures are different there." The next runner-up is Endless by Louise Walsh. Louise wrote, "Ireland is the one place for that never-ending view, water that seems endless, and the air that breathes through your soul." And now for the winner, Ghost of the Castle by Pavel Zygmunt. Pavel wrote, "I travelled to Dunluce Castle for sunset. Regardless of my bad experiences with this place, I was there before 10 times and there was always something missing. I decided to try again. When I arrived on site, I noticed a new fence and a sign that said, 'Do not trespass.' Well, I didn't want to be disrespectful, but all that driving from Dublin to be scared away by a fence? I jumped over the wall and walked to my usual place. It was grey at the start, but then it turned into one of the best sunsets I have ever experienced." So thank you once again to all of our entrants on behalf of Dublin 2019.
I kind of misjudged the distance from the wings there. I should have left during the last sentence. Thank you very much. So the next thing after Elaine is we have something that sounds like more drink, but actually isn't. And these are the awards, the Golden Blasters, which is not a gargle blaster, which, as we all know, H2G2 is a drink. The Golden Blasters are presented each year by National Irish Science Fiction Film Festival, normally as part of the Octagon. So to present the awards, I'd like to turn the presentation over to the mighty trinity that is John Vaughan, Janet O'Sullivan, and Raisa Perez. Please give them a warm welcome.
Thank you, Owen. Since 2009, the Golden Blasters have been dedicated to the art of the short film and screenplay in the genres of science fiction, fantasy, and horror.
Over the last 10 years, we've screened 120 amazing films from all across the globe, from Spain to Singapore, from Canada to Canberra.
And in the next decade, we intend to continue this tradition of bringing the best in short films and screenplays to you, the audience.
So without further ado, we have this year's Golden Blasters.
Well, first of all, I would like to say the judges were impressed by the incredibly high standard this year. Now, the first award is the Spirit of Festival Award, which is given to a filmmaker who captures the spirit of why this festival was originally set up. And the winner is Emmett O'Brien for Here, Here.
And the winner of this year's Golden Blaster for Best Screenplay is Recursive by Lucas Vasassi.
The winner of the Silver Blaster Audience Award which was voted upon by the attendees of the screening this weekend, is Griffin Animo by Matt Maloney.
And now to this year's Golden Blaster for film, which is this one. And this year's Golden Blaster, which is awarded by the judges, has been awarded to Griffin Animo by Matt Maloney. This is only the third time in the history of the Golden Blasters both the judges and the audience agree, so it must be an excellent film. We'd like to congratulate not only the winners, but all the nominees and entrants, because without them, we wouldn't have had the amazing competition we've had this year. Thank you all so much.
Now, finally, we come to this year's Creative Achievement Award. This year, we honour the art of storyboarding and one man in particular. It is a storyboard artist who, before anyone else, transforms the words that the screenwriter types onto the page into the images that eventually fill our screens. And this year's recipient has proven through his work as a lead artist on Game of Thrones to be one of the true masters of that art. It gives me untold pride and pleasure as my final act as chairman of the Golden Blasters to give this award to a man whose work I have admired in both comics and television for over 30 years. The award for creative achievement goes to William Simpson. Now, by any chance, is Mr. Simpson in this auditorium? No? We'll be taking that, and I will, of course, present it to him later. Thank you.
We hope to see you at Octagon's Future.
Can you just wait a moment? Sorry, I've invaded the stage.
Oh dear.
John,
Yes?
on behalf of Dublin 2019 and many other fans, we just wanted to recognise all your efforts with a small thank you gift. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Seriously, thanks.
John Vaughan.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. I have to step down for reasons of health, but this has been the 10 best years of my life, so thank you.
Just trying to get my steps in for today. I really wish people would turn the page when they're finished reading. Anyway, I am back briefly. I'm sure we haven't forgot the tall stranger with the beard and the R2-D2, I believe, who is my favorite from Star Trek. It's the wrong room. It's the wrong room. Ladies and gentlemen, it is. We have to go back and they turn the pages. There's pages missing. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. The fire dims, dramatic. And I think we're down to the final bottle or two. More alcohol references. We are so stereotyping ourselves. But we're not quite out of spirit just yet. If you thought I was a man given to empty threats, I hope our next speaker will prove my word is true. Please welcome back to the stage the liar incarnate, the Titan, the chair of Dublin 2019, Mr. James Bacon.
Thank you, Owen. As foretold by Owen's prophecy, I have returned. Gnuishle Achorje Muklan. Honoured people, friends, and family. What an experience. Thank you. As chair, I can tell you this has been amazingly awesome to have you here. We've worked hard to celebrate well, and you've helped us. We've loved it. The magic of this place at this time with all of us together. Long after we leave this place, this city, and this country, these walls will reverberate with the echoes of our tall tales, debates and discussions, music, words, the sounds of wonderful friendliness. Gathered here together, we face the final moments of celebration after a long journey together. As a committee, a community, and as part of something bigger than ourselves. We opened our arms and said, "Come, come to our land of stories," and you did. From around the globe you gathered to sit with us, sharing our deep-rooted passion for words and ideas. From all of us to all of you around the world who helped make this magic bloom in the heart of Dublin, thank you. Although I am delivering this speech tonight, standing behind me are the legions of staff, volunteers, and fans works fine for me. I was worried some might have escaped. Okay, where was I? Right, sorry. Standing behind me are the legions of staff, volunteers, and fans who truly are the bones and sinews of this mighty giant convention. Please welcome to the stage the best feckin' team anywhere. I welcome the committee on stage. Each of you were crucial to getting here tonight. I can never express what this has meant to me and what we mean to each other, but I, of course, can let the crowd show you, as I did. But wait now for a moment. I would ask that any staff here now, and also any volunteers, please stand if you'd like, or raise your hand in the room. Please join us. Raise your hand or stand, it's fine. All our volunteers, anybody who has helped for a moment. You should all take a bow. Thank you. I'd also like to note some of our key local partners. Their support has often made the difference between success and failure. The Convention Centre, Dublin, staff who were so dynamic and helpful. Fáilte Ireland, Dublin City Council, the Odeon, the Science Gallery, and conference partners. To our members around the world who have been with us since we were a little baby bid to today, well, we did it. A Worldcon in Dublin, and it was. And it was brilliant. But can I say thank you? And maybe sometime, let's do it again. You're not the only one who gets to interrupt. We didn't lie to him about this, we just didn't tell him about it. Kind of the best way to do the whole thing. The high vis does come off, by the way. So, a few years ago, a man came to Irish fandom with a dream of a Worldcon. Obviously, this was a fantasy. It was a moonshot that would never come true. Yet we followed him, and here we are. From a meeting of a small group of fans to a secret session at Octocon, I have no pint here, this is a terrible thing, in 2012, to the incredibly well choreographed soft launch in San Antonio in 2013, to the simultaneous hard launch a week apart in London and Dublin in 2014, we kept going and we kept following this man.
This is scripted.
Yes, of course it's scripted. In Helsinki, we won our vote, and the hard work began, and we were still following this man. For the last 2 years, we've had more meetings, debates, discussions. We've planned and we've changed. We've started, we've stopped, we've started again. We were certainly still following this man. A week ago, we arrived on site. On Thursday, the con began, and now we're finishing. His leadership has been a constant over this week, through all the vicissitudes of a Worldcon, and there have been many. James, from dream to reality, from small meetings to a gathering of over 5,500 fans, we have followed you. We have worked with you, and we are immensely proud of what you and we have achieved. So if you can come a little bit closer for a second. On behalf of the Dublin 2019 committee, I would like to present you with this gift. My friend, we did the world.
Thank you very much. Great, thank you so much.
So that is definitely it at this point in time. But what he said, maybe we will do it again. Thank you all very much.
We're nearly there.
Not taking it with me, Owen.
My pint is gone. Bloody volunteers. Now I have to flick again to find. We're almost at the end. But like James is gone, but in the way that Voldemort never really went, I feel that we have not seen the last of that strange man with the beard. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to say goodnight. My name is actually Owen Colfer, by the way. I write the Artemis Fowl books, in case you don't know who this little grey-haired leprechaun dude is. Thank you, Mother. For a final presentation of Dublin 19, and in the grand tradition of international closing ceremonies around the globe, we present Dublin to New Zealand, the passing of the torch as presented through the medium of aerial dance. Please, I know, let me take my jacket off. No. Please welcome to the stage the phenomenal Aduntas.
awesome convention this year.
It sure has.
Girls, good Dublin 2019.
Thank you. And we'd all like to invite you to come to the next Worldcon to be held in Wellington, New Zealand.
It's gonna be sweet.
Choice mate.
Introducing the 78th World Science Fiction Convention.
Right here in Wellington City.
29th of July to the 2nd of August, 2020.
Come and meet some wonderful guests, including our very own Greg Broadmore from the world of Dr. G Invaders down here in the game shop space in Miramar.
So come along and have a blast.
And we'll all head to the stars together.
Hi, I'm Mercedes Lackey.
Hey, I'm Larry Dixon.
And we're going to be in New Zealand for CoNZealand. The Worldcon comes to New Zealand in 2020.
It's going to be so much fun.
So come on down and join us in Wellington.
Come say kia ora down in Aotearoa.
Kia ora all the way from Aotearoa, New Zealand. I'm Jacinda Ardern, Prime Minister of New Zealand. And I'm delighted that next year we will host Worldcon 2020 in our creative capital, Wellington. Here in New Zealand, we have a proud history of great science fiction, movies, television, and books, and plenty of dedicated groups, clubs, and societies. So we're really excited about having this international science fiction convention on our shores. If you've seen Alien Covenant, the Shannara Chronicles, or The Lord of the Rings, you'll have noticed some of our incredible scenery. And I can tell you it really is as good as it looks. I hope if you do visit New Zealand or Worldcon, you can take the time to travel around, have some outdoor adventures, and experience our diverse culture, heritage, and hospitality. Don't forget to book your flights here soon. We look forward to seeing you and to making sure you have a memorable time at Worldcon.
Well, I think this is going pretty well. I have this nagging feeling that we've forgotten something. Got to say, that line was very helpful. But the chap with the vocal problems and the ring obsession, not so much.
I know, but we're here now.
Hello to everyone!
Tenakoto, tenakoto, tenakoto katoa. We want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everybody from Dublin 2019 for their hospitality and their help. My voice is starting to fail me now, so I'll let Norman take it from here.
Yes, so much thanks to the Dublin 2019 committee, staff and volunteers, and of course all the members of the wider Worldcon community who offer their time and knowledge to us with generosity and grace. As Dublin 2019 comes in for a smooth landing, CoNZealand is getting prepped for launch. Over the next year, we're getting our ship ready to go on a journey of exploration and discovery. So come to New Zealand, Aotearoa, as we follow the example of the Polynesian explorers who first settled New Zealand. And the quest for discovery has never slowed. So explore our diverse culture, art, and ideas. Discover our amazing landscapes, as featured in movies and TV the world over. And meet some of our dedicated crew who will stand now on this voyage of discovery. So look around you. Oh, good. It's you. And of course, everyone else is welcome to join as well. Anyway. And also, we would like you to enjoy our guests of honor. So we'd like to take a moment to welcome Rose Mitchell, our fan guest of honor, to say a few words.
Hiya, everybody. I'd like to hopefully welcome you next year, all of you, to Wellington. Layer up. It's going to be a bit chilly. Don't worry about your brolly. We'll see you next year.
And now we'd like to welcome George R.R. Martin, our Toastmaster for 2020, to say a few words. You may recognize him.
Thank you. Yes, New Zealand, I've been there a few times. You really have to come. And I think these guys are going to throw a great convention and book some extra time because it's an amazing country. See the museum, Te Papa, which is amazing. Wellington, the city, also has a great automotive museum, if any of you like cars. And you got to go to Rotorua, where there's pools of boiling mud and geysers and other cool things. And then go out to White Island, which is this amazing volcanic island where there's a lake of sulfuric acid and more pools of boiling mud. And I did make the mistake of saying in print they could imprison me there if I haven't finished Winds of Winter by that time. And also, I have the rare privilege of being the Toastmaster and emceeing the Yugos, which is intimidating enough. I have to do that without screwing up and trying to be funny. That's tough. And now, having watched last night's Yugo Awards, it appears I'm expected to sing and play the flute. So that's really scary, but I'll go home and start taking flute lessons immediately. But thank you all. Come to New Zealand. We will have a wonderful time.
Thank you very much. And we will have a great time. Much of it's on our website, but very briefly, we wanted to say that we will be having events such as the Masquerade, of course, dances, the Hugos, and the Retro Hugos for works released in the year 1944. I want to make sure that was known. Okay, everyone wants to go. It's been great. Thank you again. It's been a great Worldcon. And now we all want to sleep. But I think there's a little bit of a formality here first.
Just when you thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Of course, my final bittersweet responsibility is the formal passing of the torch to
next year's Worldcon. Gosh, it's a bit harder. I'm going to miss this, you know. Taking place in August 2020 in Wellington, New Zealand. It is my pleasure to welcome the chairs of New Zealand 2020, Norman Cates and Kelly Bueller.
Okay, look. So we wish everyone the best and safe travels as you return across the world. And to play us out, here's a couple of videos from New Zealand because the tourism department made us do it.